This is the Coronavirus Global Update on Thursday, the 22nd of July. I'm Joe Lynham. China rejects a plan for a second WHO probe into the origins of COVID-19. YouTube removes videos by President Bolsonaro of Brazil saying that they spread misinformation. Australia and New Zealand have pulled out of the Rugby League World Cup in England over COVID concerns. China has angrily rejected a plan by the World Health Organization for a second phase of an investigation into the origins of COVID-19. The deputy head of the Chinese National Health Commission, Zhong Yixin, said the proposal, which would consider whether the virus could have escaped from a Chinese laboratory, went against common sense.
说实话，当我一开始看到这个所谓的溯源计划的时候，
To be honest, when I first saw the WHO's plan for second stage investigation, I was extremely surprised. This plan takes the hypothesis of China's violation of laboratory procedures causing virus leakage as one of the research priorities. From this point, I can feel the disrespect for common sense and arrogance towards science revealed in this plan.
Tokyo has recorded its highest number of new daily COVID-19 infections for 6 months. The Japanese capital confirmed 1,979 cases. The host city of the Olympic Games remains under a state of emergency that will last throughout the Games. The World Health Organization has urged Indonesia to retain existing COVID restrictions and even to expand them across the country, pointing to a steep rise in deaths and infections. The agency issued the warning 2 days after President Joko Widodo pledged to gradually ease the measures because of falling case numbers in some regions. YouTube says it has removed videos posted by the Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro because they spread misinformation about the virus. The tech company said that its rules did not allow content promoting the use of hydroxychloroquine or ivermectin, neither of which have been proven to be effective. YouTube says its decision was not based on ideology or politics and had been taken after a careful review. The African Union has announced that the continent will start to receive the first batch of 400 million vaccine doses from Johnson & Johnson next week. The AU's special envoy on COVID said the doses would be used to immunise half the estimated 800 million people in need of the vaccine. While the national vaccination programme in India has been slow, with less than 7% having received both doses, some parts of the country have succeeded against the odds. A remote district in the northeastern state of Arunachal Pradesh has managed to vaccinate more than 80% of adults. Lakgam Singpu is one of the medics carrying out the vaccinations here.
I'm glad that the villagers turned out in good numbers. There's been a good response. We belong to this area. We're part of the local community. It's our duty to keep everyone safe here.
Police in Peru have arrested 9 people who had promised relatives of COVID sufferers a place in an intensive care unit if they paid them $21,000. The gang, known as the Black Angels, was accused of bribing doctors from the country's public health system during the height of the pandemic. Leonardo Rocha reports.
Since the allegations were made public, many people have come forward. Police believe the gang bribed doctors who worked in Peru's public health system to help people who paid jump the queue for scarce intensive care beds in hospitals across the country. Peru was badly hit by the pandemic and has the world's highest death rates for COVID.
Australia and New Zealand have pulled out of this year's Rugby League World Cup due to coronavirus concerns. The men's, women's and wheelchair tournaments are due to start in England in October. A statement from the two nations said the risks for players travelling to Britain were too great. They've asked for the event to be postponed. And that was the Coronavirus Global Update.